Welcome to School Stories. I'm Dr. DJ, and sometimes I talk about my teaching, sometimes I talk about when I was a student, sometimes I talk about elementary times, sometimes I talk about high school, and now I want to tell you a story about college. Why would you put a freshman in philosophy class? I don't think our brains are, well, mine wasn't developed enough to handle it. Let me tell you a true story. So I'm in Philosophy 101. I don't even know what the word means, but that was before you got a voice in your schedule. It was like high school again. You know, you're going to take this and this and this. When do I get elected? Well, someday. So I'm in Philosophy 101, sitting there. I think I'm the only freshman. There's an explanation for that, but it's boring. So the professor comes in to make a dramatic moment. I think he says, "I'm Dr. Bill Keeney. Do you see that oak tree out there?" And being a freshman, I looked. Yep, there it was, big as life. "How do you know," he pauses, "it's real?" I thought, I am in the wrong course. So I raised my hand. I'm one of those. "Yes," he says. I said, "Well, because if it isn't real, Dr. Keeney, that squirrel is walking in midair." And I heard some snickering and some people going like this, all upperclassmen, like, "You idiot." And he said, "What's your name?" I said, "Bill Smith." No, that's what I said on the inside. Like an idiot, I told him my name on the outside. It was a hard course from then on. But, I mean, it probably took me another 30 years to catch on to what he was talking about. But it was just like, this is more than the mind can grasp at 19, you know? Or is it just me? Am I of limited intelligence? It could be that. So my thought is to in my work, teaching teachers to be more effective with at-risk kids, instead of coming in with a program and just assuming the kids are ready for it, to find out if they're ready for it. You know, in grade school, we call it readiness. And I don't know why that isn't operative at other levels. We make some strange assumption with no basis whatsoever that kids are ready for whatever it is we're going to teach. So, I mean, I'm not going to say how you should have taught the class. I'm going to tell you what I do, and that is I want to know who people are. Is that strange? Who are you? Why are you here? What do you expect out of this? I mean, we're here together. We're going to give up part of our lifetime to be together. It's kind of important. And what do you expect out of this? I mean, you've spent whatever tuition money you've spent. You're giving up, 1 hour of your life every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What would you like to get out of this? What do you already know about philosophy, Or what is your definition of philosophy? Or do you think it's important? Before you ever start just launching into stuff and saying, okay, and and I want to tell you one of the most shameful moments of my life. Okay? He said, and again, I'm the only freshman, and I mean, I'm like 2 days on campus, okay? And he says, now we've got 2 books. The text, I don't remember what it was. I think I blacked out a lot of that class. And then I think it was by Will Durant. I think it was the name of it. And it was on the history of philosophy. It was a paperback. I mean, it was gray, which is typical, I think, of a philosophy book. And it had all these chapters. And he said, we're not going to cover this, but we will have a test on this on February the 27th. Something like that. It was like a month and a half away. And so I come into class on February 27th. I probably skipped the 25th. There was this 4-page stapled stack of paper on my desk, and I turned to Bill Burry, who was a junior, sitting next to me. I said, "What's this?" He goes, "Well, it's that test he told us about." "What test?" He said, "On the first day of class, he told us we're going to have a test over paperback." You mean the one I haven't opened? I was like, wow. So I took the test, and I got 25 out of 100. Okay. The cutoff point for a D- was 26. It's the only F I've ever gotten in my life. I was just totally... Well, we didn't have smartphones then, but that picture of an F, not only was it an F, it was a red F with a red circle around it on the front. And I think when he wrote, I can't imagine when he was filling that out, putting that F down and circling, this is the asshole who said, because the squirrel's walking on midair. Yeah. So that was my introduction to philosophy. I still don't remember much of it. And, there's a lesson in there to me. Like, be careful what you sign up for. There's a lesson in it for teachers. Let's be considerate of where people are before we start, shoveling subject matter at them, not knowing whether they're ready for it or they're able to absorb it or have any idea about what it is. And that's my philosophy story. One of my most shameful moments. It's nice to get it out in the open. I feel better. So, okay. Talk to you next time.